Hi. I'm not entirely sure it's going to be a very long review today on this Books for You to Love, because the books that I'm going to be talking about today, they are so universally well loved that I feel that if I did a really in-depth analysis into what makes them great, um, it would just be repeating what a load of other great people have said in the past. And the books I am bringing to you today are the Sherlock Holmes novels, the short stories, and the action novels themselves. So I think I'm going to be a bit more opinionated today and talk about why I love these myself. Um, and in a way, hopefully, that will show you exactly why they're worth reading if you haven't read them already. I know so many people have. That's kind of why I feel it's slightly silly here, speaking too much about them. But anyway, let's get onto it and talk about how great these books are. So the Sherlock Holmes series was written and about the well over a century ago now, in the late 1900s, by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It features the detective Sherlock Holmes and his living companion, friend, Dr. Watson. Don't worry, non-gay, non-homosexual, despite the sheer amount of overtones there. They're just really good friends, proper bromance. Probably the first recorded bromance, actually. And basically, they get into lots of escapades and adventures as they solve these really complex and eccentric crimes. Sir Conan Doyle did over 60 short stories and 4 novels, which are considered the canon of the series. And what I want is the one thing really I need to say to point out how great these books are and how well lasting it is to point out this thing that when you have imitators of your universe, when you have other authors writing fiction, novels and such about it, when you have TV shows made about your universe and the characters in it, interpretations, when you have movies made about these characters and their adventures and such, you can tell you have something that's incredibly long lasting, that has integrated itself such into the public mindset that this is considered the outstanding example of its genre. Sherlock Holmes is an outstanding example of the detective investigation genre. Yes, 1 second, let me just check something. No, it's all good. Yeah, so, I mean, why is it great? Why do I feel Sherlock Holmes is quite good? Well, first of all, the dynamic between the two main characters, Sherlock and Watson. They're absolutely great. They're great foils to each other. Watson's the great everyday man that narrates the adventures through, and you see Sherlock through his eyes. Sherlock's the great, cunning and inquisitive guy that figures things out as if by magic. I think they were wise. Sir Conan Doyle was wise to look through Watson's eyes, because if there'd be too many great leaps and lots of descriptiveness. I mean, Holmes would probably go step by step with you about how he noticed things, and just he has a general arrogance at times around him. It's a bit weird. He can be quite arrogant on what he does, but at the same time, he's so lovable because you could see he has such a great belief in justice and honour and just crime fighting in general. That it kind of balances this out. His arrogance is part of his entire personality, and that's what it kind of makes him so memorable at the end of the day. So there's a great relationship, great dynamic between the two of them as they solve crimes together. Watson works as the everyday man and the humble foil to Sherlock's sharp rapier. The fencing foil thing. That's a rapier, I think it's called. Just their adventures as well are incredibly well written. The fact is, each one is a different case. Each one features different criminals, different witnesses, different people involved in the case, and most of these people never reappear again. You've got some supporting characters like some members of Scotland Yard, especially Inspector Lestrange, Mrs. Hudson, the house cleaner, that do appear from this story to that story, but most of the cases involving all these other individuals, they're never mentioned again, but at the same time they have character, and that's what's really good about these stories. You don't have to read a hell of a lot of background to feel that you're getting into the stories. You can pretty much read a few of them and you can immerse yourself into this. You quickly learn about how Sherlock's mind works, how Watson's mindset works. I think that's the thing. Because they're also quite good short stories, you can sit down and read a couple and then come back to the rest later on. And because they're kind of quite timeless, you don't have to read them in chronological order. There are references to previous cases in some of the books, but at the same time, all these stories feel quite standalone. You don't need a hell of a lot of background to read them at the end of the day. And just as well, it's so greatly eccentric and so greatly witty. There's a lot of good little witty humorism in there, a lot of little jokes and commentary and such. And I think what I really like is just how sensible Watson and Holmes are. They're going about their daily lives, they're enjoying themselves and getting on with their lives, but at the same time they have this great sense of honour and justice, and you can really relate to them as individuals. In fact, they're quite often, apparently, at this address in Baker Street where the characters lived at this fictional address, mail keeps getting sent every year to Mr. Holmes to solve cases and such. It's absolutely ridiculous. People relate to him so much they think he really existed rather than being a fictional character. In a way, you don't know until decades afterwards which characters are so outstanding they will stay in the public mindset, etc. But certain ones you can just tell off the top of your head. The sheer popularity initially that Sherlock had and has remained with us ever since, and it shows no sign of slowing down. You've had the really popular BBC TV series of Sherlock that's just happened. You've got Elementary, another series which just started in America, where Watson's been reinterpreted. Oh god, you guys know what I mean. He's been reimagined as an Asian woman assistant played by Lucy Liu to Sherlock as a kind of stay-in help over there. It's just great how, but the fact is the characters are still so timeless that despite these reimaginations and these reinterpretations, that's the word, that they do of the characters, they still remain the same. Oh, my phone's going. I'm going to have to let me just quickly grab that. One sec. Hello? Hi, can I just call you in a second? One moment. And I'll just go put you down for a minute, okay? One sec. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up today because I've just described exactly why I quite like the Sherlock Holmes series as a whole. If you really love them, please do comment below. Just so great. What is your favourite Sherlock Holmes story? I suppose I'm quite torn. It's between the Speckled Band and the Engineer's Thumb. I really enjoyed those two. But what's your favourite? Okay, and I shall bring you back another review very soon.